friends, welcome to Access Language School. I am your OET trainer. Today we are going to have a session on OET reading tips. So as you all know that in OET reading is very important, and I have know that many of them are having some difficulties to choose the correct answer for part A because the time limit is also very short. That's about 15 minutes for 20 questions. So it finds to be quite difficult. So you can follow some tips so that it will be helping you to write the exam very easily. Okay. So we are moving on to OET reading tips. So part A, 15 minutes, 20 questions. As you all know this. So first there is a first step that we have to focus in reading is that you have to identify the topic. That's very important. For that you have to take only 3 seconds. That means just below the instructions and just above the text in the topic. So we have to focus on the topic. That's very important. The second step is that identify the text types. For that you have to take only 10 seconds. Okay, that is whether the topic is a statistic topic or it is a research abstract or whether it is a case study or a disease condition. So what is a text type? Okay, that you have to identify. Then you have to focus on the next step, that is speed read the text. That means you have to read the text very speedily. Okay, for that you have to take only 1 to 2 minutes. You need to understand 3 things when you speed read the text. The 3 important things that you have to keep in mind when you speed read the text, it includes mainly, that means first 2 lines and the last 2 lines of each text A, B, C and D. That means from each paragraph, okay, whether it is A or B or C or D, you have to read the first 2 lines and last 2 lines of each of the paragraph. Then you will be able to getting some of the answers. Okay. Then next point is that you have to create a general idea of the topic. That's the next important thing. Then you have to focus on the headings and the subheading. That's the most important part. Okay. You have to just understand what is the heading and what is the subheadings. Okay. And the fourth, very important, that is you have to understand the keywords in each of the sentences. That means in each of the questions from 1 to 20, there will be, for each question there can be a keyword. Okay. So you have to understand the keyword. So these are the 4 important things that you have to keep in mind when you start reading. Okay. Your reading part in OET, especially part A. So the first one is that you have to read the first 2 lines and last 2 lines of each of the text. Then you have to make a general idea of the topic. Then you have to focus on the headings and subheadings. Then you have to focus on the keywords that is being given in each of the questions from 1 to 20. Okay, so these points have to be kept in mind while you are doing your reading in OET. And also the next step is that match the summary to the text. Okay, you have to match that summary to the text given. Then the 5th one is that each paragraph in the summary contains information from 1 or 2 text. So information will be from 1 or 2 text. So you have to make a summary of the content. Then step 6, make sure that the word fits for the meaning and grammar. So the term which is taken from the paragraph is correctly fitting to the meaning and the grammar of the sentence. Accordingly you have to take. So these are the important steps that you have to keep in mind when you do your reading, especially when you do your reading part A. Okay, when you do the part A, that means as you all know that the time limitation is very less. It's about 15 minutes for the 20 questions. So you have to keep these things in mind. Especially you have to read the first 2 lines and the last 2 lines. Then you have to focus on the headings and subheadings. Then you have to focus on the keywords. Okay, so these are 3 important things that you have to keep in mind while you are doing your part A in reading. Okay, and also make sure that you don't make any spelling mistake when you write the word or phrase. Okay, so anyway, this is the tips given for reading of part A. So thank you and have a nice day.